Hello, good morning. Happy Saturday after a little bit. Um, Been away for a little bit. Oh, shoot, I might have to restart the game because I forgot to check if the controller... Oh, no, we're good, I think. Cool. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks since I streamed. And ready to get back into it. Hope everyone's couple weeks have been well. Here has been super busy. Not particularly, but as the title suggests, I have the entire next month off. And that is because I have a sabbatical happening. And we get this every 5 years from my company. And so I just get a whole month off paid, which is pretty exciting. Yeah. Alright. Let's do this. I don't exactly remember everything that's happened. Okay, so Yako Sakazaki. Oh yeah, so she has the power to kill. What was her power again? The Fool's Procession, which means kills by fatal fall one who hears its music for 30 seconds without seeing the curse bearer. That sounds really hard. 30 seconds is a long time, and they can't see you. If you had like... Man, you could use that thing for such evil though. If you just like throw it on TV or something, oh, that'd be so messed up. So many people would die. But yeah. Alright. So, we're going through her story mostly, and she's trying to save her friend, and I think we had both the failure to escape and successful getaway. Failure to escape was where we died to another curse bearer, who was that? It was the Joe... This guy. We saw this guy at night, which was quite odd, with another student. And, yeah. And then, it turns out he's probably a curse bearer, so we try and run away and we die. So, now we're back at this storyline, Haruo Shigima's, and I don't let's read this summary here. Summary of previous events. Despite having obtained the curse of the haunting clappers, Haruo Shigema is determined to use the rite of resurrection by stealing the remaining curse stones. She instructs her private investigator Richter to find the other curse bearers. Okay, let's resume this. Ooh. I don't know. So the stuff that we've talked about on the bridge is about that serial killer who... No. Oops. I want to find the serial killings that happened a while ago. I'm not sure if we'll have them here. The Nijima murders. Okay. Notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. First came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student, as it appeared to have been severed deliberately. The police launched a murder investigation. Large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at this time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inward slowly and methodically. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Najima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Najima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. Although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Okay. So this is what we were talking about on the bridge in this lady's story. And then her son was also kidnapped and murdered. And it was noted that someone had seen him. Which one saw him? It was Michio Shiraishi. Yeah, that is that person that we just saw. Michio and Yako formed. Okay. Oh, I can use a D-pad. Okay. I need a summary. It was Michio Shiraishi that saw him, right? Maybe we should check up on Shigemu's Haruo Shigemu's note here. No. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was Michio Shiraishi though, who saw her son go with someone, but she ended up dying. Okay, so she's dead. Okay, so what next? The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Excuse me? What? Excuse me? Is that more of a excuse me or excuse me? It must be like, excuse me. Yeah. Oh. It wasn't me who said that. Ooh, hello? Okay, let's think here. Is that a woman's voice? Who could it be? Was this the woman we saw earlier with, what was his name? Namigaki? I thought that woman is the one we saw with him. Okay, anyways. Where did she come from? It's like she appeared out of nowhere. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be curse bearers? Curse bearers? What's that then? It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You have heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everybody's talking about it. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, miss? What was your name again? Oh, silly me. I am Tono. University student I am Tono. Okay, and Namigaki was also a university student. So. Is she a curse bearer? We don't know. We have no idea. She says her name's Ayame. I guess she's around 20. She must be brave, walking around alone this late, or maybe there's more to it. She certainly had no reservations telling us about the rite of resurrection. It'll be worth keeping an eye on her. She could be trouble. There's more to the rite of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul drain is to kill other curse bearers. And that's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow. Okay, so we probably... Okay. So she gave us the whole spiel. No, I think I got the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So, are you saying you're one of these curse bearers? Well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is. Which is Namigaki. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yutaro? Yutaro, is that your boyfriend? Oh, heavens no. Just a friend. His full name is Yutaro Namigaki, where I suppose you could say partners in crime. Funny way of putting it. Okay, so Yutaro Namigaki gave up his curse stone to Tetsuo, the chief inspector, but she must not know that, and we also the two characters we're in the story of also don't know that, unless that happens later and I'm messing up the timeline. So where is this Yutaro now? Well, about that, he's not actually a curse bearer. Okay, never mind. It already happened. He's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer. Former? How so? I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his curse stone. Typical, right? He makes such a show of being a top student, only to flunk where it counts. So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself, if you want something done right. He lost it? How do you do that? I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that he came back saying he didn't have it anymore. Although, well... It's strange that you'd probe into that of all things. Really? I'm just a curious sort, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject. Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret. Utah can be a little irrational sometimes, so I have to keep a level head on my shoulders. About why you approached us. So anyway, mind if I ask why you thought I was a curse bearer? Oh, that! I'm terribly sorry. I was so rude. I saw the two of you out late at night, and I suppose I made assumptions. Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers? Great question, and the answer is, I was going to ask you very nicely for your curse stones. What if we just killed her? Like, I mean, that is a possibility. Like, that could just happen. She doesn't know the condition of the curse stones. And you thought we'd have given them to you? Just like that? What is this man's face? Look at it right there. It's great. Well, maybe not. But you know what they say. You never know it. You never know until you ask. Dude, what if we just kill her, though? Like, that's so risky. You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky. Oh, goodness no. We're just friends. Is she coping? My life doesn't revolve around him, you know. Alright, about why you approached us. Anyway, you aren't curse bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please, ignore me. About the rite of resurrection. So what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection? Well, Utaro has his own plan all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it, though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered? He does seem like a self-centered guy. I mean, if you got a good chance to resurrect the dead, it would be a waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it for myself. Well, until he lost it anyway. Oh, but don't tell Utaro I was going to do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it. Really? Of course, keeping secrets is my business. I'm not using Richter's voice. What a shame. Been too long. My, aren't you dashing? Okay. Sounds like you really have your heart set on this, right? What were you hoping to use it for? Do you promise you won't laugh? Cross my heart. Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. Ahem. I'm an art student, you see. Woodblock prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-e in particular. What does that mean? Is that something we've heard of? Not at all. Okay. Ukiyo-e, huh? You must be a cultured lady. Really? Do you think so? Everybody says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think of ukiyo-e as, or is it ukiyo-e? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, if it's Romanized or not. Ukiyo-e as some inaccessible, high-class art form. But that's actually not, that's actually totally untrue. Whew! Struggling today. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. So when you think about it, we feel exactly the same thrills from every brush stroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating? Huh. Yeah, I guess. You know those Japanese paintings of like the tidal waves and stuff on scrolls? That's ukiyo-e. Nice. Okay, gotcha. Welcome in, Joan. How are you? Hope you've been well. It's good to see you. And as far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai. Have you heard of him? Sure I have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in the Edo period? Good morning. Yeah. Hope your morning's been good. Megan and I went to a little, coffee shop. You're also off for a month starting today. Dude, wanna do something? You're traveling. I'm not traveling that much, but I don't know if you're traveling for the whole month or if you're just traveling for part of it. I think we've talked about this. I think we might have a buffer week. You might have a buffer week, both ends. I'm only traveling for about a week. 2 weeks travel, yeah. You know Blake Adams? He's traveling. He's doing his sabbatical in April. Him and his wife, and they're traveling the entire month. Like, getting back like maybe a day or two before he has to work again. It sounds awful. That sounds terrible. You're going to Japan, right? Is that right? No, you already went to Japan. We already talked about that. You asked in the Discord. I don't know if it was ever revealed where you're going. You consider it more if you didn't have a pet, but you don't know. A month is still what? Italy, Switzerland, and France. Oh, dang. Okay, nice. That's exciting. Do you have specific plans while you're there yet? And what made you choose those? Any particular reason? That's cool. I've still never been to Europe. That's right, you're just as knowledgeable as you look. Hey, Wait, join. This is it. Okay. His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic. They're the only works of his most people know. But Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. I don't know. I mean, this is the only thing I know of. That's only the teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of work. You're going with the tour company, so it's very plain. Okay, that's actually pretty convenient. Like, do you know what the markup was? I'm actually, well, I mean, maybe you don't really care, but I'm mostly just like curious, like how much more expensive it is to do those kinds of things rather than plan it out yourself. But that's cool. Wait, so the specific tour does all of those 3 places, or it's 3 separate tours? I've got to admit, I only really know him from those landscapes myself. And all the travel between countries and stuff. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, that sounds really, really convenient. You have any idea how much more you're paying them than if you did it yourself? I know, like, the amount of time you would spend planning is, like, a huge amount for those kinds of things, I feel like. Especially, like, when you're looking up things to do, things like that. I assume they don't really plan your food, or do they? I would hope that that's really kind of, like, up to you. You're not sure of the market, you pay a decent amount because you planned it so... Oh, gotcha. I see. Gotcha. Nice. That'll be fun, though. There's some meals included. Oh, gotcha. Oh, but also your company gives a stipend, right? So you like didn't really have to worry about it as much. Do you get a... You don't get a pocket that, do you? If you don't use it all? 7,500? I thought it was 5! That is insane. That's amazing. That's incredible. I wish my company did that. It's 5,000 for 5 year, 75 for 10. Gotcha. I assume. I'm just assuming. Oh, 2.5K more every 5 years. Dang! That's dope. That's pretty cool, though. I know there's, like, a lot of people who take their sabbaticals and then, like, quit the company pretty soon after. And I assume you didn't have any plans for that, because, I mean, I remember you talking about that a while ago, but then you kind of just, like, reverted, and, kind of hard to find tech jobs and everything. It's still hard. And, though, I feel like in your position, it wouldn't be as hard, but, yeah. And, I mean, you're probably pretty comfy here. Okay. Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings. There's multiple drawings a day for 80... That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right? So he kept on drawing right up into his old age, huh? Impressive. But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Really? How do you know? Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out. You want to bring him back? Hold on. Are you saying... Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic? Is it? Is it that tragic? The man lived until he was 90. That's like a pretty good life. And he was like... He seems like his life is fine. And if you bring back a 90-year-old, what's the state of the body going to be like? Isn't he just going to be like 90 again and he's going to die soon? Probably, potentially. Like, this just all sounds like a bad idea. Oh no. Nuh-uh. No way this is going where I think it's going. Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern techniques. I feel dizzy just thinking about it. I love Richter's response like, no, not for me. He doesn't be like, he doesn't try and put it nicely or anything. He's just like, nope. You think looking for something would be a bit interesting right now, given I switched out of management so recently? Oh, I think I do remember that happening. Wait, so what are you now then? Are you back to dev work? IMA is kinda... Right. You've got to be kidding me. So, if I understand correctly, you want to use the Rite of Resurrection to... Staff engineer to... Nice. Okay. And how's that been for you? Very much back in the code. Nice. Yeah, how's that been? You like that a lot more? Generally speaking? How'd that go? How'd that conversation go? Was that hard? I feel like... I mean, I'm sure they were probably pretty lenient about it, or like pretty fine with it, since, I mean, you're obviously a awesome coder in your own right. That's right, I want to bring Hokusai back to life. What a psycho. Well, that's certainly a novel idea. That's what she'd use it on? What a waste. This girl's a psycho. Okay. Dude, the guy was born in 1849. Wait, what year is it now again? I don't remember. What's the, do we remember the era right now? Okay, no, it's probably like the 80s, because I remember there being like the big CRTs and stuff getting more popular. Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. I need to get my hands on a curse bearer before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck. What a psycho. Persons of interest. She certainly is interesting. Alright, Ayame Tono. A young woman working with Yutaro Namigaki. Her love of Katsushika Hokusai's ukiyo-e is so great that she wishes to resurrect it with the Rite of Resurrection. Ayame is a clever but calculating university student who only has time for her own interests. She is making the best of a recent boom in the popularity of female university students, incited by their appearance across TV commercials and radio programs. Ayame is content to ride this trend so long as it allows her to get her hands on whatever she needs and wants in life. Recently, Ayame has figured out that ultimate will fall for her if she acts a little bit stupid. She was approached by Yutaro Namigaki in town, and although she was not attracted to him, agreed to date him because his family seemed rich. However, she does not think much of him as a human being and is beginning to grow bored of their relationship. Oh. Okay. I see. Not too hard. You already kind of need to hire one or find someone else in the company for it, and hiring staff engineers externally is really hard. It is. Yeah. For sure. I mean, like, there's just a lot of things. I don't know. Like, hiring internally is just, like, so much easier, especially if you're familiar with the code base and everything, and, like, the product and how you guys do things and what your customers want, things like that. So, yeah, I'm with you. Well, there goes trouble. If we're going after curse stones, we should keep an eye on her, too, if we can. That girl's crazy. Why do you say that? Before she left, she wished us best of luck. She's got at least an inkling that we're curse bearers. My. There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing, after all. Where am I traveling? At one point, it's going to be Singapore or China, right? Yeah, it was going to be China. I was going to go with my family, and then that fell through because my, apparently, so it was originally going to be around early October, but Jen said September is better, but October would have worked. and so my mom just wanted to do October or wanted to do September, so she went in September, and I didn't want to go without anyone because honestly, China kind of scares me. Um, so I'm not going this time, but yeah, I mean, I would have been down to go like Singapore, or Japan, or Korea alone, but um, yeah, not China. And so I'm just going to Virginia for like a week, um, midweek in the middle of October, and I'll be going to Busch Gardens and King's Dominion there, and then also like a national park. Uh, and then yeah, so most just that week in Virginia. Otherwise, staying home and probably just gonna be like trying to spend my time intentionally doing other stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think Megan was. I think Megan's happy I'm not going to China though. I think she wasn't really worried about me going to China. I think she is. It's mostly like this is her busiest season, and she's like always just like really stressed out, and she's on call every other week, which is a lot, and it's not infrequent for her to get something in the middle of the night. So, yeah. So I can be here to support her too during this time. China would not be high on your list of solo travel spots. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though I do want to go for sure sometime. That'd be fun. Hopefully fun. My mom wants to go next year to visit the village. By the village, she means like where her parent or where. So I'm not. I feel like all of my grandparents grew up in the same village. Yeah, in China. Like both my mom's parents and my dad's parents. So going out there to see, going out there to see that would be kind of cool. I have no idea what to expect. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. I think I'll tail her for a while. Okay, cool. No more curses. Summary previous events. Haraway has received multiple reports about other suspected curse bearers. Although concerned about Ayame Tono, who is apparently also after the curse stones, she entrusts Victor to continue his investigation. Okay, let's do it. 3 a.m. Does this entire game happen in one night? Just like from different perspectives of one night? Back here again. I left Richter to continue looking for curse bearers and came home alone. Are you alone? I can hear the wind rustling in the trees. Let's wait a sec. Think. Will this really be enough to gather the soul drugs I need? What if nobody uses any more curses? I'll lose my chance to bring him back. How many of those little rooster guys have you found? Let me check. It's where is it again? Not persons. There we go. I have 2 of them. Wait, did you find them all? And what do you? Is it like worth finding them all? Is it worth? Like, do you actually get anything? Oh, hello. Yeah. Okay. No, you didn't. You just gotcha. Okay. They're kind of silly. The old Shigima mansion. We rebuilt it here after the Great Kanto earthquake. Oh, dang. It's always stayed the same all these years. Even the war didn't touch it. You didn't remember there being one in the scene. Is that why you asked? That's funny. You never liked grow. I never liked growing. Never liked it growing up. I always wanted to live somewhere more modern. Yeah, no, I would get that. Like, Japanese mansions, a lot of them are just like super traditional with like the slide doors with like the paper walls, or I don't even know what they are. The walls that aren't real. I don't know how you stay warm in them. I'm not gonna read that though. Okay, let's go inside, I suppose. I mean, there's nothing else to do here, right? I already did my thinking. It just says entrance. Alright, let's click wait here first. Okay, nothing happens. Alright. Alright, let's go. What could go wrong? What? She goes inside and then what? Alright, a threatening phone call. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. After persuading Araishi, the curse bearer of the ever-burning lantern, to give up his stone, Tsutsumi and Erdo have obtained 3 curse stones in total. They continue their investigation of the town in search of the remaining curse bearers. Wait, what is the Araishi? Is that the one with the darkness? Local history researcher. That's right. Ever-burning lantern. Find themselves trapped in the darkness of the curse echo. Okay, yeah. Got it. Alright. Alright, this is at 4 a.m. Alright, so she goes inside at 3 a.m. This has happened at 4 a.m. Road. Okay. Just road. Well, with this, we'll have visited every place connected to the 7 mysteries. This is the last spot, huh? And we've got nothing to show for it. Even though every last location looked suspect from top to bottom. Maybe we came at the wrong time. There might not have been any curse bearers around. Sounds like we'll need to do another round before morning comes in. Or maybe someone's been observing our movements. What? No way. It's just a thought. Either way, we should check out this last place. Let's hope we finally get a lead. Alright. Kinshibori Park. Oh, it's our bud. Our first guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck is this? Is he dead? I don't even remember his name. Shogo Okie. Dang it, we're too late. Was this a curse too? Hang on, I'm going to call this in. I'll leave it to you. I'm going to take a look around. Boss, bad news. What is it? Another mysterious death was reported in the area just now. The medical unit and forensics team are on their way, but it'll be a while before they arrive. That is bad news, so they got someone else. You think this is the work of a curse bearer? Okay, so who killed Shogo again? Especially right here. I wish I could check the story chart. With suspicious deaths popping up one after another, we have to assume it is. Dang, guess we'll be stuck waiting around for a while. I can't even click him. What? A phone call? Huh? Boss, that phone is... Do you know how terrifying that would be? They'd be like, we're watching you. Hold on. Oh, what's this? There's something stuck on the side of the phone. Come on, boss. That's not what we're supposed to be searching for. Oh, easy. Okay. Guess I'll answer it. I don't know. Well, we better go check it out. You're right, but be careful. It could be a curse. Hey, I said we. You expect me to go alone? You're the one who's tough against this stuff. Don't worry, boss. You can do it. Go on now. Dang it. Moshi mosh. Hello? Kinjibori Park phone booth. Hello? Kinjibori Park phone booth. Evening, Detective Tsutsume. How are things looking out there? Who is this? Wahaha! I finally got him. The real deal. Detective Tetsuo Tsutsume himself. Oh wait, that's Chief Inspector Tsutsume now, isn't it? You've come a long way since we last met. Melt? I asked you to identify yourself. Man, have you forgotten already? After all the time we spent together? What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite the runaround. Is this the Nejima guy? Or something? Wait, is this... Fumichika Nejima! Oh, I knew it. You know, when you get the reveal, you guess what it is 5 seconds before the reveal, basically before they give you all the answers, or after they give you all the answers. What? Did you say Fumichika Nejima? Like the one from the Nejima murders? Ding ding ding, you got it. I had a feeling that the great Chief Tsutsumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in a cell thanks to you. That stuff was not easy. You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins. Ah, that it did. I've repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle. BS. 20 years in prison doesn't even begin to make up for the stuff you did. I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole. What? Is this the real Fumichika Nejima? He must still have a grudge against me for arresting him. So is this payback? Dang it! How did you find me? Did I end up ever playing Balatro? No, I didn't. Are you playing it? I feel like that's not a Jordan game, but maybe it is. I don't know. I know it's relatively popular. It's pretty popular though. What is your goal? Oh, how's Astrobot been, Jordan? I know that game's been pretty cool. You haven't, but it's on mobile now. I might say it feels like the right device for it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of those card games kind of are. I mean, I aspire on mobile, at least on my iPad, and whew, I probably have like a lot of hours on it. Let's ask how you did find me first. How do you know where I am? Ah, that's my favorite part. The sound of confusion in your voice. Whoops. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you crap. Have fun racking your tiny little brain for it. Wahahaha. I guess I can give you a little hint. What? Why did he say that? Go on. Well, you see, I have the one-sided read. Do we know what that is yet? Like, do we know what the cause for that, or the how it kills? We have no idea how it kills. Okay. Tsutsumi, you have the Evergreen Beach, no? Nejima, you're a curse bearer. You're using the power of the curse. Indeed, and what a peculiar curse it is. For that's where my hints end. Wahaha! Dang it, the curse echo couldn't have fallen into worse hands. That is spicy, though. What is your goal? Who's he trying to resurrect? Now, you gotta understand. I've repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path. Well, that's very nice. Keep it up. But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks, or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, he killed someone then. No thanks. I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life. Oh, it's no hassle. No hassle at all. It's a lot of fun. You still have a couple worlds to do, but you've been 100%ing them as you go. Oh, nice. So how many hours is that? A lot of people say that, yeah, a lot of people have been saying a lot of good things about that game. It seems really cool. What do you think is some of the coolest parts about it? It would be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 effing years of waiting. That's a long time to nurture a grudge. You bet it is. I let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. You play like 15 hours or something? Not quite sure. Oh dang, it's not that long then. I thought it'd be like, how long was Odyssey? And we're not gonna say like 100% Odyssey, just because 100% Odyssey is a lot. There's a lot of moons in there. All that time, I played model prisoner, endured the harassment those jerk guards threw at me. I did it all for you, Sutsumi. So please, just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings. Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you. Shut up! That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last. What are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away. I just told you I'm not coming for you yet. Pay attention when people talk. You see, this time, I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging for mercy. Oh no, I'm so sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me, I won't do it again. Shut up! This is exactly why I've always hated you so much. It was worth a shot. Did you really think that would save me? You must be crazy. Well then, we're both crazy. We've got so much in common. We should be friends. Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm going to kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Boss? What about me? Oh wait, are you just trying to protect me? There's not a single person you care about? I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that. Don't you dare! I'm warning you! Oh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all? Such a good girl. Oh my, don't tell me she just happens to live in Honjo. What? She does? No, forget it. This isn't funny. I'm going to find you and make you pay. Ah, I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears. F you. One more thing we should discuss. The pacing of the game is just really good. Like, none of the levels feels too long and the abilities you get are fun. Gotcha. Nice. That's cool. I would definitely play it if I had a PlayStation. In fact, it's the most important thing. I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass. Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored. No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head. Well done. He's in your head. In your head. The last level in each world gives you a mechanic from a different PlayStation game. Like there's a God of War one where you get Kratos' axe and it's set in the God of... Whoa! That's really cool. And it's only, I mean, obviously it has to be like first party games then, yeah? That's really neat. If Nintendo did that, oh! What would they do? What would be... They would give Mario Morph Ball, 100%. Then what's iconic from Zelda? Bow? That's kind of lame though. And like any Zelda game, is there some? Oh, hookshot. Hookshot's in like every Zelda game. Master Sword? Oh, but that's like, it's too easy. I want a weapon. I want ability. I want a movement. You know. The The first one was Ape Escape, then God of War, then Uncharted. That's so cool. You're right, it was probably the Master Sword. No. But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm gonna kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here. You couldn't! Oh, but with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. By then, I can probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart. Wahaha! Hookshot would be sick for a platformer thing, though. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what other games? Pokemon. Pokemon's not really first party, but it kind of is. It'd just be like Pikachu or something. I don't know. Or maybe it'd be an HM. Okay, we gotta think. Kirby. Oh, Kirby could be fun. Star Fox and F-Zero are the forgotten franchises. True. Animal Crossing. Oh man, I just think of what they could do. It'd just be so fun. I mean, I would definitely buy a game that would do that. Obviously, it'd be sick. I mean, it'd probably be a Mario game, right? If they do that in their next Mario game, everyone will just say they're just copying Sony. Power Beam and Morph Ball for Metroid. Yeah, for sure. Even if they're just copying Sony, though, it'd be pretty. I'd still love it. It'd still be sick. Don't mess with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong. Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one. Jordan, do you remember this guy's curse stone? Which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like the Feast of Shadows was cast just for me. You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off? Who knows? And how about I kill myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that? Idiot, you think I'd call it out just because you were dead? There's no running away for you. Grr. I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Najima. You got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. Wahaha. You do remember it? Okay. I'm excited for the reveal. I feel like it won't be for a while. Some people are kind of ragging on it for just shilling other PlayStation games, but I think it's pretty fun. I think those are cool. I mean, are they like exactly the same? I don't know. Even still, I mean, they still gotta come up with different movement puzzles using those abilities or whatever, or like ways to use, like not. I mean, the way you use the ability might be the same, but like the puzzles that use them. Is that a spider? I need to zoom in. I think it is. Oh, well, it's okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean that sounds dope to me. I think it'd be sick. The ironic thing is that most of those games haven't had a new release in years. Yeah, I mean, PlayStation exclusives, are they more or less frequent than the Nintendo exclusives for their respective franchise? I guess it depends on the franchise. Like, you're not going to count Star Fox or F-Zero in this category. I'll even have enough soul jugs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid. Wait, Nejima, you're after the... Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now. Exclusives just aren't their strategy anymore, which is fine. That's true. Like, they're kind of releasing stuff elsewhere nowadays, yeah? Like God of War is on PC and stuff. I mean, obviously, as someone who doesn't own a PlayStation, I prefer that, but that would make it harder for them, right? To sell consoles. I don't know, obviously. Oh, 7 Remake was also on PC. That's right. I forgot about that. Boss! Ario, did you catch all that? Nejima, what is he planning? Who knows? For now, all we need to find him and get him into custody. Send word to HQ. But the fact that the 7 mysteries are wrapped up in this is going to make things tricky. You mean with Nejima being a curse bearer? Just our luck, really. It couldn't have been a worse guy. Sounds like his curse will be able to kill a lot of people at once. I'd like to avoid getting our investigators caught in the crossfire. We'll use them to find out where he is, but then we're going in alone. We should try to collect as many curse stones as we can before then. Let's hurry. Aye aye, boss! Later. It was reported that a total of 3 suspicious deaths was discovered that night. Nejima's threats, along with the curses, were kept secret from the general public. However, the Honjo serial killing still made international headlines following the death of police officer Hajime Yoshimi, which is who they're investigating. At Tsusumi's request, a large-scale investigation was launched into Fumi Chika Nejima's whereabouts. Tsutsumi and Erdio themselves spent the rest of the night looking for curse bearers in the area, but their search ended in vain. And with that, the curtain closed on that cursed night. The first night. 12 hours to sunset. Okay. Gotcha. So that could be like 7 a.m. or something. Oh, this is dope. Okay. And then you have like the little icon up here that tells you when it's sunlight and then dark when it's nighttime. Alright. So we had a successful getaway for Yako. Sakazaki. Sorting things out. Okay, we'll stick with one character as long as we can. Okay. Hajime Yoshimi's death, Nejima's threat of mass murder. The problems just pile up, putting the detective's goal of collecting all the curse stones in jeopardy. Tsutsumi leaves Erdio to handle the investigation while he catches a quick break. Join, what are you doing for your other 2 weeks of... Are you just going to... Do you have any specific plans of what you're doing at home? Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information. Took you long enough. He's been up all night gathering information. It must be nice to be young and have that kind of energy, but I'm glad to have him on my side. It gave me a chance to rest up. Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks, the floor is yours. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area, including the one in this park. So let's start with that one. The young man we found here. He's been identified as Shogo Okie, 25 years old, a regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to water in the lungs. He drowned. He drowned? In the middle of the park? That's not possible. It's gotta be a curse we're dealing with here. About that, boss. Isn't the 7 mysteries isn't that this park associated with one of the 7 mysteries too? The Whispering Canal, yeah? It's gotta be. Who leaves the curse bearer behind? Gaming. Fair enough. Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, I am getting a... might do some day trips or maybe try to go camping or something. I was planning to do some day trip at some point. I don't know when or where. What I am doing, one thing that I am doing is I'm getting a YMCA membership for at least a month. Because there's like, oops. There's pickleball schedules, for the Y, and Ange, my sister, she goes twice a week at least to hers. So I'll probably play with her, and then maybe go to like play even more outside of that sometimes. The Whispering Canal. Yeah, that's right, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there'd be a link between the canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Okay, so Shogo died by drowning, which means kills by drowning one who leaves a curse bearer behind. Someone left him behind. Or no, he left someone behind. He left someone behind. You snag one for the downtown location? Yeah. Paul's been trying to get you to go cycling classes with him for a while. Where's that at? That's cool though, cycling classes. You've been lazy about it? That'd be a good time to start though, or at least to try it out. Sharp thinking, Ariel. You're starting to get the hang of it. At the downtown. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, that's. I mean, then you have an actual reason to go for yourself too. They're free with the membership. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the Y is pretty good actually. Like they have a lot of good stuff. I'll get it for 1 month at least. So let's assume they're related. What's next? Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamezawa. The body of a woman. The victim has been identified as Tawako Hayashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. As for the cause of death, well, yes. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of external force. Okay, so let's check some of our curses again. And see if anything you could think of with, like, crushing. Oh, it's a foot washing mansion. Wait. Oh, this must be a woman that Yutaro Namigaki killed. Cause he had the foot washing mansion and he had one soul drag and it crushes before we took it away from him. Okay. No murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on? Meaning... Dude, that is not what he said. But whatever. Exactly, crushing is the foot washing mansion's modus operandi. MO. The place the body was discovered is also known to be related to the Seven Mysteries. Then is this Namigaki's doing? Dang it, I knew he'd used it. Judging by the amount of soul dregs, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to Paranormal Affairs. Got it. And as for the third victim? Is this Yoko? No. Oh, he died? He was identified as Kohei Jonoichi, 32. Oh, that's my age. This man died at 32 my age. Shoot. A teacher at Komagata High. He was found in the school's courtyard. Wait, how did he die? Who killed him? He was a curse bearer. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was the darkness one. No, he wasn't the darkness one. Because that was Araishi. I think he was a different one. Wait, did it say? I don't think it says. It's question marks, right? Yeah. Okay. Cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or a heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Oh, we already know this one too. No. No. Kills by fatal fall. Oh, that was oh wait, Yako killed him. Dang! She got him? Okay. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of the courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. A teacher died at school. And not just any school. Komagata houses one of the 7 mysteries. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Right, it's where the Fool's Procession is supposed to be. It's too big of a coincidence. We can't rule out the possibility that this death is also the work of a curse. I see. Either way, it seems all 3 victims can be tied to the 7 mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling all the strings. But you've got a point. All these strange deaths do point in one direction. That's right. And Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died of mysterious causes in a place connected to the 7 mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the 7 mysteries? That's a thought, but if that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. There aren't many people in this day and age who could do something like that. Oh, really? I see. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. Okay, so that was very informative. So we got 3 people dead, and we got all their killers. Well, we got ourselves quite the mess. Strange deaths popping up all over the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need to keep looking into Yoshimi and Nejima. For now, we better start following up on the few leads we've got. Guess I better see what Erio's found out. Well, looking at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers acted last night. But we can't rule out that there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Yikes, I hadn't thought of that. But there's one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, it seems that the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. Oh. Oh, that's great news. So basically, we're safe during the daytime. Exactly. It's also likely why Nejima gave us till dusk. He must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we got until nightfall to settle this. It's time we fleshed out the other curse bearers. Aye, boss, let's do this. Can you do this in 12 hours? It sounds insane. Forensics has finished their investigation, and the body's been carried away. That said, we're still closing the park to the public, at least for the time being. This place was really giving me the creeps last night, but it looks pretty normal now with the sun out. Okay. Just want to check everything. Oh, hello. It's a fifth mockingbird. The curse bearers, okay. At the moment, we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaro Namigaki had the foot-washing mansion, and Hideki Araishi had the ever-burning lantern. Hey, Pipe, welcome in. How are ya? How's your week been? We got both of their curse stones. And then there's Nejima, who claims he has a one-sided read. Yeah, that about sums it up. What do we update here? Okay, no, this is good. Okay, so this is what the player knows, not what Tetsuo knows. This is what the player knows. We better figure out who the remaining 5 are quick. How should we go about looking for them? Whole month all sounds hype? It could be hype. The thing is that, dude, what would you do for him? I have no idea what I'm going to do for a whole month, you know? Like, I feel like I'm going to miss work. I'll miss it. Like, though, I've been thinking of some updates to filter the spire that I could do. Like, basically, anything to keep my programming a little bit sharp, so I'm just not like a potato when I get back. But yeah. I've had ideas for Filter the Spire for a long time, I've just been too lazy to do them. And they're kind of like overhauling changes though too, which is why I've been wanting to, which is why I've been like kind of just not doing them. What kind of ideas? So right now, Filter the Spire only allows you to pick the first of things, like, or very specific instances an index or whatever. Like, it allows you to pick the first relic, or it allows you to pick your first boss relic through the boss swap thing. It allows you to pick your first shop relic. But what if you want multiples? What if you want multiple? What if you want your first relic picked, and your second relic picked, and your third relic picked, etc.? Obviously, it's going to increase the time that it takes to find a seed way more. But what if I allowed the player to choose to add multiple of the same filter of being like, I want Mummy Hand first, and then I want Power or Frozen Egg second, and then I want Bird-Faced Urn third, things like that. It sounds like it would filter for hours. It sounds cool though, and that's up to the player. I mean, the player can do that if they want to. That's totally up to them. Yeah. So it really depends on their filters. A 3 relic filter shouldn't be too bad, but if they start adding like cards and stuff, it can get a lot. It could add a lot. I could have a filter limit, but I'm not planning. I have the stop searching button. If you're filtering for too long, you can stop searching. But yeah, because right now you can only have a single filter of any kind right now, and it only finds the first instance of whatever you're filtering for. So I'm wanting to, but along with that, when you can add multiple filters of the same kind, that also kind of gets into the idea of like deleting filters of a specific, of like deleting filters individually. Because right now I have a clear all button, but I don't have like I don't have a way to clear individual filters or delete individual filters, which is also a big feature. That is kind of a lot, but maybe I could iterate on it. I could add individual filters and leave the clear all filters button, and then leave it up to the player to add them, and then clear them all and then add them all again, which is pretty tedious, but I can add deleting of individual filters another time, like in the future. But yeah, these are basically what I've been wanting. Just make it a little bit more flexible, I suppose. Alright, how should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a lead. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to the other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I've got a feeling there's some connection there. Aye, boss. Sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. And then you can choose your boss relics too, right? You can choose your boss swap, your Act 1 boss relic, and your Act 2 boss relic. And then you can just get like the optimal amount, optimal setup that you want, if you wanted, you know. Basically those kind of things. I've also considered adding the Pandora's box filter that I have, where like you can choose the cards. But that one more than anything adds time to filter in, because like each transform you pick is a 1 in 72 or like 73 based, or no, it's like usually 1 in 70 ish. So like if you pick one specific card from a Pandora's box swap, it's like a 1 in 70 on top of the Pandora's box being the first relic, boss relic. And then if you choose 2 cards, you add 1 in 70 to that, so it's just 70 squared. And that is 70 cubed, and that 1 in 70 cubed, and that just adds up really, 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 really fast. So I've never really tried to like filter more than 3 or 4 cards at a time. It just adds up so fast. Okay. On top of your other relic filters that you might have. I asked around Sumida's Community Safety Bureau, where Yoshimi was stationed. It seems like he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi. Yeah, I heard about that. He was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide, looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds, all that. You'd help me with testing if I do changes. Okay, that'd be great. Yeah. I mean, I could always use help testing and everything, so. And I don't even know if I'm gonna... I mean, I'll probably do something with it over the break, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to, like, do everything that I've talked about, because that's kind of a lot. He must have suspected some kind of foul play, because he ordered a full investigation. But it had already been deemed a suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. What was the evidence? Well, according to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building, a ways away from the road. There's no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but he thought there was more to it? Yes, a truck or other flat-based vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. Wait. Yako is the... But Yako is the Fool's Procession owner. And she didn't kill him. Or she didn't kill her. But I mean, maybe they think she did. But she probably didn't. So there's a chance that it wasn't a suicide. But what a terrible way to go. Oh, no. They're saying it's a traffic accident, not a fall. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me. There are no brake marks on the road, meaning it could have been a hit and run. It would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. This is turning into quite the grisly case. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. So we've got no proof. That said, if it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide, it's possible that someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. That's true. You think the driver is the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to forensics and the traffic bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shidaishi's address. Is that unrelated? Yoshimi went there a bunch over the course of his investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully they'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Hajime Yoshimi. Okay. This is the detective that died. Remember the girl Yoshimi met with the day he died? One Hitomi Okuda? Wait, we know who this is, right? Hitomi was a rebellious student, class A. She's just a delinquent. She was the first person the detective talked to, basically. It's kind of fun to be doing this overview before having progressed further in Yako's route. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, okay, yeah. Doing their route before Yako's route. Yeah, I see what you're saying. For sure. This is actually pretty helpful, though. It's like, just... Because, I mean, I don't play this game that often, so I do definitely, like, forget everything. Oh, just seeing stuff like Joe and Luigi being killed by a fool's procession. True! True. Community safety didn't have any contact information for her on hand. Not even an address? Well, they had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. They disowned her? Wow, that's brutal. It must be really terrible. Must be a terrible situation. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now. But she could be a key witness. Can't we have community safety track her down for us? We can ask, but it might be tricky to get it done today. For starters, Komagata High School is closed today. Not because of the teacher that died. That's right. Alright, but if it's not something we can do today, we may have to forget about it. Let's move on then. I got some information about Yoshimi's fiance from Community Safety. Her name is Mayu Chozawa, 27 years old. She works as a beautician in the area. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. Bruh. But... oh boy, here it comes. But what? Community Safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her address. Oh, that's super suspicious. Not suspicious, but concerning. In other words, no response. Dead silence. There it is. Can't things just be easy for once? Mayu Chozawa, beautician. Mayu is a beautician and the fiance of Hajime Yoshimi, a police officer with the Sumida Police Department. Mayu's current whereabouts remain unknown. She's showing up later for sure. It's definitely starting to look suspect. Crime of passion, perhaps? It is fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse. But Yoshimi was well liked, and they'd been together for over 10 years. You never know. Things could be different behind closed doors. I guess so. But we'll have to consider the opposite scenario too. It could be that the same person who is out for Yoshimi is after his fiancée as well. She could be in danger. You're right. Either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. Oh, Fumichika Nejima. Here we go. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima. But so far, we haven't received any word. Guessing he wasn't at home or at work? I need to take a little break soon. My voice is getting owned. About that, apparently he vacated his last known address a week ago. You serious? So we have no idea where he lives? It gets worse. I checked in with the factory he was working at. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit. Hold on a second, you're telling me nobody caught that? Well, I had the same thoughts. I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd been doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. Bro! Come on, man. Slacking on the job. He also said he lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place. Jeez, that's just sloppy. Come on! People not doing their job. I've heard that they're giving parole to just about anyone these days because they're running out of room in the prisons. Which also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked. So Nejima got to do whatever he wanted unsupervised. Dang it! That jerk is annoyingly good at faking remorse. Or insanity, whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That explains why he so brazenly made contact. That jerk, he's mocking us. Well, for now. The paperwork to circulate his name and mugshot is being filed. It's gonna take way too long. We only have until dusk. Speaking of Nejima, yeah? Did you manage to reach your daughter? It'd be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to the house either. That's not good. Does that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright? Dang, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency, that we'd send an officer to find her and get her to safety. She was real reluctant, but I got her to agree. I guess that explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can't find her, how the heck did Nejima do it? Former, huh? That cuts deep. Dang. You can't just say that, man. Yikes, sorry. It just kind of slipped out. Anyway, I suspect it has something to do with his curse echo. Back on topic already, huh? He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. I see. The one-sided read. What was this story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. Alright, one of the more gruesome of the 7 mysteries. Wait, that sounds like him. That sounds like Nejima. It's like made for Nejima. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it until we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently to see if they've got any updates. And that's about it. Shall we continue our investigation? We could go to Komagata High School to look into Hitomi Okuda, or to Michio Shidaishi's house to find more about her. There's a lot we need to do, but not a lot we can do. This ain't looking good. We gotta run out of time. We're gonna run out of time if we don't do something. Gotta keep moving. Sheesh. I said we're gonna stick with one character as long as we can. I will take a little break though. I'll be right back. A couple minutes. I need to refill my water and go to the bathroom and just honestly take a break from talking. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, we're going to continue on Tetsuo Tsutsumi's journey here. Fancy sushi. With dusk approaching, fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Tsutsumi and Eryo direct their investigation toward Komagata High School and the Shiraishi residence. Wait, why the Shiraishi residence? Okay. Sorry, I thought her last name was Shiraishi for a second. Okay, never mind, sorry. Michio Shiraishi. Yeah, duh. Okay, yep, we're good. Which one first? Let's go to the high school. $9 a.m. Alright. So presumably we have like until 8 or 9 p.m. or something? I don't know. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Ideally, we could talk to someone who is involved in the incident. Easier said than done, though. Well, of course. Is there something on my shirt? Don't tell me I stink. The school gate will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the location. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Komagata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. What does that mean? The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. Rubbernecker? I hardly know her? Okay. This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Fool's Procession, and of course where that teacher was killed. Obviously, thank you, Eryo. Thanks for the recap. Sounds like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Oh, that's right. Speaking of schools, what is it? You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to help us? A lot of the people involved in this case lead back to this school anyway, so it might make things easier if we have them with us. The guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them, you sure seem eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. When did you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. Should I just talk to him again? Okay, no. Is there anyone? If there's not anyone, if there's nothing we can do here, then we should just travel back to Michio Shiraishi's. It's a cool building. Yoshimi also looked out for these students as a Sumida city officer. Juvenile delinquency has been a growing problem for years now. The school is no exception. Okay, let's just move then. Go to Shiraishi's neighborhood. So jazzy. Near the Shiraishi household. It seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. Bruh, rude. The houses are really crammed together in these narrow alleyways. Strangers like us walking through definitely stand out. It really feels like old Tokyo. It's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going. But it seems like everyone decided to stay inside because of the recent incidents. So, the Shiraishi household. There's a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. It might be for the best that we didn't find her parents. Area is checking the Shiraishi house at the end of the road. The street's real narrow, so the two big guys like us would stick out like a pair of sore thumbs. Okay. Oh, there we go. I didn't see this option. Alright, I'll go check the house. Area is off checking that Shiraishi house, so I'll just wait till he gets back. Is this a good idea? Oh, that was so fast. Oh, you're back. And it went automatically? I didn't even, like, activate it. It just happened. No luck, boss. No one home? Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there's no sign of activity inside either. I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. Wait, what is this? Ariel looks kind of disappointed. Looks like no one's home right now. I'll try again later. Well, if we go back to Komagata then, we might need to suspend this. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes for suspended. Okay, yep. Okay, looks like we can't do anything, so let us suspend. You cannot currently progress any further. Once your situation has changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Cool. I like how well thought out like the progression in this game is, where like I remember trying to reload the game at some point, and the game is just basically, I mean, you can reload, but you can play this entire game without having to reload a single time, which is pretty amazing for a VN with multiple endings. Like, I don't know, I think it's awesome. That's so cool. Alright, let's go to Yako. Yako Sakazaki. It seems like her story is like what we have most context about right now anyway. Bringing her friend back from the dead means she'll have to pay the price. Yako makes it home safely, but still isn't sure about how to proceed with her curse. She worries about Mio as the night passes. 8 a.m. Yako. Okay. Yako's home. Oh, good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako, rise and shine. Huh? You're up. Huh? It's morning? Are you okay? Can you remember your name? Duh, I'm Spectre of the Spirit Board. Yes, I am the Spectre of the Spirit Board. No, don't fall back asleep. You must still be dreaming. Wake up! Yes, I'm Yako Sakazaki. Good. Oh, Mio. Thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep. It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all of this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening. Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Mio? Oh, well, the truth is, I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural. Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging? I had quite the eventful childhood. That sounds like it must have been tough. Yes. It would take a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as the apprentice, or maybe more like assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens. Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student. Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money. It just sounds like a scam, Mio. Why are you not getting paid for this? Oh, you got it rough then. But still, that really is amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit. I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. But anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to school. Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime, its power is diminished. I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try? Right, I do have it, but... Yako? Is it really so wrong, trying to bring Michio back, I mean? I can't approve of it. The right may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then... Yeah, true. I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else. I'm sorry, but is it okay to hold on if I hold on to it? Yako. I promise I won't use the curse, no matter what, but maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility of just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll settle things so that we can move forward. Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point. Right, thank you, Mio. Okay then, let's go. Candy Shop Sonoya. Okay. Alright, still 8 a.m. for Yako. At the front gates. Huh? I thought it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? Wait, you are the... Wait, was she like possessed and she activated the stone? Yeah, okay, she is a foolish procession user. What? If the police are here, then something must have... I'll go ask. Thanks. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay. Mr. Jonoichi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. What? They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't know this either since I don't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. What? There's no way! Why? Could it be? Because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. Joichi's body was in the middle of the grounds, but his body was covered in bruises like he'd fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely it has something to do with the curse. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night? Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary! Yeesh! So the curses really do kill people. And someone used it. Shh. Keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer heard you? Sorry. The deceased spy was discovered on the school grounds at dawn. He was not necessarily a curse bearer, he was just a creep. I wish I had a little more information, but they've locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda? You're right, that's unusual. Oh, but she was at the school last night too. Oh, right, she was a girl. She must know something about Mr. Jonoichi. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, Mio, wait for me. She's a delinquent, so they have her design rolled up sleeves. Okay. Huh. So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Yeah. Right after I transferred here, there's a bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms. Oh, so that's what it was. What? So random. Jonoichi's death. Did you hear about Mr. Jonoichi's death? Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that jerk bite at the school grounds myself. What? You saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? Don't really know myself. It's pitch black. What can I tell you? It was almost dawn. Probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden. Ran out on the ground like something was chasing him, then screamed. Somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio! Ooh. I see. That is interesting. Or something like that while he was running away. Michio? He mentioned Michio? Was there anyone else out on the grounds? It was too dark to see from where I was. But for just a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh? I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know. I heard him begging for his life like I was wrong, and I'll do anything. And all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. Oh, she is the one. She has hair and braid. School uniform with the hair and braids. Her hair's in braids. His arms and legs broke. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of here. And he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Jonoichi and killed him. Heck, if I know anything about that, I'm just telling you what I heard him say. Did you tell that story to the police? Nope, I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for anything. Not like they'd believe such an insane story anyways. Right. But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right? Yeah, I guess. There's this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. You got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It what? I like Mio. Mio's like... she seems like such a weirdo in a kind of endearing kind of way. Yeah, this is just an unfortunate coincidence. Though I'm sure that was hard enough for you. That's how I know about that jerk's death. Hey Mio, I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Jonoichi died. It sounds a lot like how Michio died. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up. Would they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curse of the 7 mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident. Oh, right. Okay. Mio's exorcism. He told me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What can I say for sure? What I can say for sure is Thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yep, some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated, as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard. So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It is possible that spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a parent and child, we almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus? Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call diviners? I think it's diviners. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Huh. There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense, or a deep connection with the person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possessed. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. But if that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing that behavior on your own will or not? Hence why there are lots of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host. The deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see. Excuse me. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, he told me. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you could see them too with a little training. I think I might pass. Okay. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo that when she showed up, all of a sudden saying she was going to exorcise me. But if you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything? You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They don't accept my explanation after they see the results. Huh. I guess that makes sense. The classroom last night. He told me last night, before you witnessed Mr. Jonoichi collapse, can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom? You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Jonoichi, they'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him that night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those crappy adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that jerk Jonoichi called me over here, acting like he was going to attack me or something. What? How terrible! Whatever, I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer to society when he doesn't know anything about them. That jerk was the one always acting like scum, if you ask me. Is that so? Can you tell us more in detail why he called you out in the middle of the night? It's hard to explain. Where to start? It's hard to explain where to start. Oh, I see. Okay. What do you mean by Mr. Jonoichi acting like scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself? Well, Michio. I know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he's using it to blackmail her, call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. What? I like Mia's expression right now. That's great. What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple of model students like you ever get involved in? No. No way. That's... How? What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this? What? Didn't you drift apart in high school? Long-lasting friendship during childhood. Yako's unbending, compromising attitude. Following her father's death 3 years ago and moving to a new house, Michio began avoiding Yako. Yeah, they kept their distance. Yeah. Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were her friend. Jonoichi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No! How terrible! You tell me, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him, asking what he's doing. Walked in on it? I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and wanted to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. That's tragic. Of course, Jonoichi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. You tell me, if you knew about it, then why didn't you? You trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the heck more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yako, there's no point blaming Hitomi. Michio, why? Okay, the dirt on Michio. Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? The jerk probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been doing. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must have been some reason. There must be some reason. Don't know. Got nothing to do with me. So, last night, how did it start? Oh, right. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all, a real rough guy, but looked good at looking out for folks. So he was the only one I could talk to. Huh. So there's someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me she was like me when she was my age and that she was on my side. Must have been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh no. Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to that park. And he'd listen to whatever it was I was pissed off about. That day, he called me over there like usual. But something seemed off about him. Like he was worried about something? Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. Is that a curse stone? No way, right? Talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured that if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Oh, Michio? What does that have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had like a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michio had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said. Could there have been something that Michio couldn't tell even the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Jonoichi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. What did the talismans have to do with anything? Like, are they actually preventing things from being cursed or something? That's like the standard use of a talisman, but... So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Heck if I know. When I look inside it, there's just a weird kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. It could be a curse stone. Yeah, I think so. But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the butt. I figured he had to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that? Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. We don't know who that is, do we? Yeah. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was going to happen to him. Nakagoshi? Do you know him, Mio? No, I just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least. Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. He told me. Yeah? A talisman. Would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. So last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had? Yeah. I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now. Come to the school tonight. He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he used it for secret means after. Yuck, I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night, but nothing he said made any sense. Like, that I was really Michio and stuff like that. We went on and on about how it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Eat! Were you okay? Yeah, that's right, when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jonoichi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. It's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Mia talking, and then Mia showed up. Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Jonoichi come back outside and bite it. I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. I was dumb to fall for that creep Jonoichi's trap so easy. It could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. So what you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Jonoichi. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No way. You mean like that really was her ghost? Like for real? Those who die bearing such strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it'd usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act on those lingering regrets. Wonder if that's what happened. Alright then, supposing what the spirit board said is true, and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the type of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know. But she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure. Thank you, Hitomi. Oh, if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks. We'll call her if we need to talk with you. And what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up. You're the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later, and don't die out there, okay? Thanks. We'll be careful. I was a little bit hoping it was a chapter over. Or the section over, at least. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Jonichi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. How much is left of the game? I have no idea. You're gonna have to ask Jordan that. Let's see. Actually, let's Google this. How long to beat for this game 100%? Oh, what is this game called again? Paranormasight. Alright. Completionist is 13 hours, so it's not that long. I feel like we're like relatively close then. Well, I feel like we're probably like, for a normal gamer, we're probably like 7 hours in, but I have 10 hours, right? I recently got a 10-hour achievement in this stream. Like probably 10 minutes ago. Multiple, you think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jonichi seemed to be different. The people in the school at the time, other than us, were Mr. Jonichi, Hitomi, and Old Man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it'd be among them, but there's one more person. Hitomi saw a girl in a school uniform with braids. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's one. Mr. Jonichi is pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right, that's why I say there are multiple. Oh, right, the person who killed Mr. Jonichi would have to be one too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or Old Man Ashimiya. Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, what, 2/3 done or something? Yeah, that sounds about right. The mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Jonichi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course, I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. Oh. He is a curse bearer. And you said it was really, really dark. You did. Yeah, okay. And, a burning lantern. What does it look like? It looks nothing. Oh. Kills by disembowelment. No, it's not. He didn't kill him that way then. He used a different curse, or... He either used a different curse, via maybe he had a different curse stone, or it wasn't Araishi. It's likely he's involved with the curses, given that he's the one doing research on the rite of resurrection. Rite of resurrection, not rite of passage. So we'll have to be careful of Old Man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but as for what to do now, I'd like to find who is responsible for the feast of shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. Huh, that makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We'll need to talk with Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading some place someone may know where he is. Where to go then? Okay. This is a good time to stop. Okay. Autosave is at 11:52:30. Oh, that is probably now. But you know what? I'll save here anyway, just in case. Okay. Yeah, there's 16 seconds ago. Okay. Alright, they autosave really good in this game. But yeah. Alright, this is a good time to stop. I gotta go soon. But yeah. This was a good time. I'm glad to be back in this game. I love this game. I'll... Ooh, wait. Since Jordan is like one of my main viewers, could totally stream during the week. I could totally stream this during the week. Normally, I would maybe wait to not stream this during the week so Jordan could watch because normally he'd be working. But man, that could be done. That's the thing. I was thinking I could stream a little bit more during the break, maybe either Spire or finishing up this game. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. Pipe, it's good to see you. Oh, you missed so much of the plot. I missed that message, Pipe. Gotcha. The plot's sick though. It's really good. There's a lot like even beyond the curses. There's like way more going on in this town with like, yeah, it's cool, and like the history behind it and everything. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Pipe and Jordan. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And Jordan, I hope you have a really good break. Me too. And maybe we can get a meal or something during the break. Just like hang out. Or we can play pickleball or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens.